welcome back to part 2 of the
Final Update.
The only thing that's different here is in the background I dropped the needle on my latest obsession, and that is Marillion. I've been doing nothing but saying great things about them in the last few videos, and I'm just getting completely immersed and obsessed in them. More on that in a minute. So some more rock, hard rock, whatever finds, all somewhere in the rock spectrum that have popped up recently. I showed this one in my best of last year video, and it's one that showed up right before the year ended, so right under the wire. It was an original press of Depeche Mode's 101. So stoked to have found this. I've listened to it a few times. I'm in a little bit of a state of shock that it's even here, to be honest with you, because it's just, that's how often it doesn't show up. Sealed! Alright, next one that showed up, I had to pick this up. I kind of wrestled with it for a little bit, but this is Depeche Mode's latest, Delta Machine. You know, the reason I wrestled with it a little is I had read reviews that, you know, Depeche Mode has dubstep. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell a dubstep is. I don't know. I don't care and I don't want to know. I just want my Depeche Mode to play synth pop. Moody ass synth pop for chicks that wear black eyeliner and the guys that love them. That's what I want for my Depeche Mode. So, rolling the dice on whatever the hell dubstep might have been. I figured if they tried it, hell, even Springsteen's tried to infuse hip-hop in a few songs. Didn't work, but it was just one track. Fortunately, Depeche Mode did not do dubstep. So if I don't know what dubstep is, how do I know Depeche Mode didn't do it? Because this whole record sounds just like Depeche Mode should sound. Straight out of the 80s, baby. If you're even thinking about picking this up, don't delay, because it's got like 16 tracks, and every one of them absolutely kicks ass. Well, no, they don't kick ass. It's Depeche Mode, so maybe they like slap hands. I don't know. Depeche Mode isn't a kick-ass band. Yeah, they slap you on the hand. But it's killer. I mean, Depeche Mode is an amazing band. I own everything they've released within reason on vinyl. Some aren't out, but whatever. Just grab it. Delta Machine is killer. All right, Marillion, right? So, Gil, King's drummer, sends me a copy of Misplaced Childhood. Whatever, it's on in the background. And then it was on. 8 months on the shelf, it came off. Now I'm obsessed. I cannot get enough of them. This is the best band I never caught on to or heard. So I can't remember if I showed this, but I grabbed Script for a Jester's Tear, and right now it's more all about the Fish period, the band's first singer, Fish. You know, man, it's just like Van Halen, Van Hagar, you name it, any band that switched singer. So here's Script for a Jester's Tear, album number 1, kicks ass, love it. That's a promo copy. Here's another gold stamp promo. Just picked this up, their second album, Fugazi. Check out that cover art. And it's also an amazing album. Another amazing album. You know, Marillion just can do no wrong so far. And this is 1984. Awesome art. Check out the VCR card. That's so cool. So I have that. What's the next one I got? So again, ripping right through the Fish period. Here's Clutching at Straws. Now this album was unreal. The Misplaced Childhood is in between here, the one that's playing. And now Clutching at Straws. You know, when I thought nothing could get better than Misplaced Childhood, and I'm still pretty sure nothing can, and this one has a great label on it, Clutching at Straws is damn close. You know, it's like U2, those first 2 albums, Script for a Jester's Tear and Fugazi, they're like Boy in October. You know, and then Misplaced Childhood is like War, and it's like, here's Joshua Tree, just to give you an idea of, you know, how just they grew and how great they got. But man, this is an excellent album. Do not miss it. I can't get enough Marillion. So then I had to find the live CD, or live album, right? The Thieving Magpie. And I showed this in an earlier video. I think the best of 2013 CDs. So this is excellent. I got an import copy because the vinyl is so pricey. And then, you know, right when you least expect it, a sealed original copy shows up. I was like, no way! Hell yeah, give it to me. So here's a sealed original copy of the Thieving Magpie, Marillion's live album. And now this is the whole, you know, I should leave it sealed. You know, this is going to be valuable more than it already is. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So let's find out what this looks like. Get a little leg burn. Yeah, this is what we do here. Let's get this open. This has been sealed for 20 years, 25 years? Hell no, not no more. Let's check this out. I've actually been waiting to share this with you. So you're seeing it for the first time as I'm seeing it. Okay, so it's not a gatefold. I didn't know that. Oh, cool. Check out the inner sleeves. Here's Script for a Jester's Tear. Here's Fugazi. This is what we do. We open them together. Together. There you go. There's Misplaced Childhood. Oh, wow. I think it has purple capital labels. It does. Yeah. So this hasn't even been touched. Excuse me. Has not even been touched or played. Check that out. Alright. So after this, Fish is done with Marillion. They move on to a new singer, and that is Steve Hogarth. So I grabbed Season's End, which is the first album with Steve Hogarth. As you know, I've heard some of the newer stuff, and man, it's not Marillion from the 80s. But I figured the best way for me to follow this band and to follow Steve Hogarth is just start at the beginning. So I grabbed Season's End. It's a different band. Some of the rock elements are fading out. The theatrical stuff is coming in, but it's a really good album. It's a great rock and roll album. Great prog rock album. Really easy on the ears, easy to listen to. Easter is, you know, kind of that first, it's a song on the album, and it's one of those first signs that there's someone else different at the wheels here, and it's Steve Hogarth. And it's actually a really good album. I'm glad I grabbed this from '89. A little tricky to find, but well worth it. Enough Marillion. So here we go on Boulevard Records. Here's Hughes and Thrall. What a great album. This is from 1982. I've been looking for this for just forever. Glenn Hughes from Deep Purple, Thrall from Pat Travers Band, and everything else. Just a great rock and roll album from 1982 from two legends. A little bit of AOR. Here's Spies, second and last album, Behind Enemy Lines. I don't think there's any more. I showed their first album in my AOR video a month or two ago. This is number 2. Not as good, but still a good album. AOR, big shiny production rock and roll. Here's one of the last Nazareth albums I was missing. This is Playing the Game from 1976. Just great 70s rock Nazareth. Good stuff. Can't say anything bad about it. Now this was interesting. Here's Alexis, self-titled. This is from 1977. The second the needle dropped down on this, track 1, side 1, Fly By Night. No, it's not a cover, thankfully. Oh, thank you. But it was a great song, man. It rocked. And I actually reached out to Greeno. I'm like, do you have this? This is killer. And then track 2 set in. It's All About You. And I was like, what the hell happened? And then track 3 sucked. And then track 4 rocked again. And it went like that all the way through it. It's the most schizophrenic album I own. Half of it rocks like a 70s rock album should. Just great classic Rush or Hammersmith. And half of it sucks ass. And then I kind of wanted to know why. So I look at the writing credits, and it looks like there's just no one cat at the wheel. Everybody's got their input. Every band member wrote a song, and clearly they all have different influences. I'd say grab it. It's good if you find it cheap. A little bit of Canadian rock here. Here's Wireless with their self-titled LP. Now I think it was Geddy Lee produced this band's 3rd album. This is from '76, and man, whoa! When I say it blew my damn socks off, and it was like Moxie heavy. It's just absolutely excellent. And as a matter of fact, it's been, you know, stuff like this that's just been sitting on the turntable and won't get off, except for Marillion. Moxie, Wireless, just absolutely epic killer, crushing. Canadian rock for the time. Just check it out. Wow. This is another oldie but goodie. This has been around here for months. This is Edward Bear. You know, Ed Stevens over in the Vinyl Zone spun the B-side of their big single, what the hell was it, last song. The B-side was a song called Best Friend. Look that up on YouTube. Edward Bear, Best Friend. Is an unbelievable track. I was hooked immediately. And then it just took a while to find a nice copy of the album. But, you know, it's 1972. It's not all that heavy. It's just a good rock and roll album. Great stuff. And the last one here, this is a band called Duke Jupiter. These guys are from upstate New York. I think Rochester, maybe? Somewhere around there. Just a bar band, kind of like a Jay Gals, but heavier. This is factory sealed ear protection. And it was under the shrink wrap. I don't know what the hell was up with that. But anyways, Duke Jupiter, this is a great rock and roll album. If you know the Rockets, if you know Jay Gals, and you can take it just a little bit heavier, you'd have Duke Jupiter. They have a handful of albums out, and I'm actively looking to grab them all. That was great stuff. You know, that's it for the rock and roll, heavy metal, synth pop, and no damn dubstep vinyl update. Again, love to keep Captain and Tennille together. Send them your well wishes. Till next time, y'all. Later.